Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my Clearday's channel, solving the aging crisis facing our population across North America. Joining us to discuss, as always, Jim, the Chief Executive Officer. First and foremost, welcome back.
It is awesome to be here, my friend. Thank you for your time.
Always love your energy. We got a little bit to get into on some recent press releases. As we discussed, though, there's never enough workers to meet the assisted care of our retiring population. And with people having less kids than ever, it's becoming one of the biggest problems facing society that Clearday is solving with the autonomous robotics. And you're looking to kind of core focus this mission by cost savings and basically looking to get away from these leased buildings. Do you want to expand on this a little bit?
Yeah, I would. Actually, great point, Kyle. We were in New York City last week working with a group called Singular Research. And people would say, when you're a small little OTC company, how do you get discovered? And I think one of the ways to do it is talk to as many people as possible, but you better have a good solution. But it's even more important to be facing a huge opportunity. I've learned over the years, Kyle, little companies grow big, solving big problems. And as you just said, one of the biggest problems is how are we going to take care of our aging Americans? By 2030, every baby boomer ever born, Kyle, is going to be over 65. Unfortunately, that's me too, even though I don't look it and act it, but I will be one of those people, and they're going to need more care. As you said, there's one caregiver for every 43 jobs. Somebody's got to come up with a solution. My challengers in this industry keep going back to the old school stuff, Kyle, where they say, hey, build more buildings, build more buildings. Let me tell you, the only people that win on that are the real estate developers. The consumer wants to stay at home till they have no choice. And when they go to these places, they want a wonderful experience. Kyle, great statistic. $12 billion a year is spent every month on rents in this country. $144 billion is spent on places people don't want to be in. Our job at Clearday is to make those places better every day for those who are there. How we're doing it is our virtual care platform. If you want to see an example of this, the presentation I did for Singular Research is on our website at myclearday.com. It's on the first page, and I have heard from my board members it's one of the best presentations they've ever heard. And that's a big game for somebody to say that. And the important thing is to understand what we did. We took everything we've learned as an operator, and we said, how do we package this with technology? And then I teamed up with one of the best go-to-market technology groups in the country out of Austin, Texas, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm the genius. It's a team of people. And we put together what we call a digital platform for care. It's the product of years of technology and innovation and investment on our part. And the summary of it is we've taken software, hardware, and by the way, we've been using AI before it was a thing. We did Chat GPT-3. When I was at Singular Research last week, I said to the group, would you rather hear about another AI company or a big opportunity? And unanimously, big opportunity. And that's where things started to roll over there. So what I'd like to do is just close with this idea. There is a crisis. If you believe, and just look around your streets, whether it's New York City, Chicago, San Francisco, or even beautiful Toronto, there are a lot of old people walking around. And it's going to get nothing but more in your face every day. And as soon as one of your family members has a problem, you're going to go, what do I do? And there's got to be something better than just putting Aunt Gladys, in a community where she just sits there and sits there. That's what our platform does. A 44-inch robot will roll up to her with facial recognition, see her, say hello, and take what we've learned about her over the time she's been with us and give her a digital map to have a great day. For those of you who know Google Maps, which most of us are addicted to, it's the same idea. So instead of Gladys sitting there going, oh, I can't wait till my next meal, they've got engagement, stimulation, all built around the mind, the body, and the soul. Kyle, to close up, the reason Singular Research liked us is we were a pure play, as I said, in the longevity space. But more importantly, we have solutions for the future, and we like to call it aging in the right place. Kyle, that could be in one of our innovation centers, Texas, Florida, or wherever else we expand to, but those two states have the highest number of retirees in the country. So we might as well start in our home court. And where we're moving to, one of the futures is allowing our digital care platform to be used by other communities. So the old powered by, in this case, engagement, stimulation, better temperament, better all-around great day, powered by our Clearday platform. It's a little long, Kyle, but you know I get pumped up, buddy.
No, I always appreciate the insights. And speaking from the operational front, we did share that video actually showing your robotics in action, which I found very intriguing. But just a quick follow-up question here. As this kind of evolves, I mean, where do you want to see this in the next 5 years?
Well, as we reported in an 8K, we are shedding as many of our leased buildings as possible. In fact, we just announced shedding 3 of them, and that's going to allow us to take $27 million of liabilities off our balance sheet. But more important, that they've been drains on cash flow. So we're going to be reallocating those cash flows to higher growth places, future investment in hardware, software, and of course, AI. But again, I want to say I've been on that for 3 years. I'm not a Johnny come lately. So my future, as I see it, Kyle, is people are going to want to be, they're going to end up in these communities. 3.5 million Americans every month pay rents to the tune of $12 billion. Let's make it a better experience. So the low-hanging fruit for our company is working alongside communities, bringing our platform at a fraction of the cost of an employee, at a fraction of the cost of building a new building. And we can implement a drop-in solution in less than 30 days from order, when we have the ability to deliver the robotic and the companion services. Nobody can do that at about 10% of the cost of a rebuild. So it's really exciting for us. That's our low-hanging fruit the next 2 to 3 years. And quietly, we think it's going to be a wonderful way, Kyle, to eventually step into the true treasure chest here in-home robotically. But we're a few years away from that, both financially, physically supporting that, but the future is quite bright. We want to help people age in the right place.
On that note, as always, I'll pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think in that comment section below. And as always, just consider subscribing, because when news and catalysts continue to hit the wire, we'll update you here. But we'll catch you in the next one.